How's it going, guys? My name is LongBarrel, and it's time for another episode of Road to Dragonlore. This is episode 13, and today we are closer than ever to achieving our Dragonlore dream. Now, I'm gonna be talking about how many keys I have later and all the profit and stuff, but you can probably tell from the title of this video. Yeah, if you guys do remember the last episode, I had about 5 knives to get rid of, and today I'm gonna be talking about how I got rid of them and what I did to sell them and stuff like that. Yeah, let's just jump straight into the video. Just before we begin, I just want to give a big shout out to Test234345 for donating me a Sun and Leo and an Akin Vulcan Battles card. Now when I click on this guy's account, it looks like a full-on scammer's account. Dota 210 hours played and a 0.4 hours on record, but he has a good trade notification here, and inventory is basically shit. So, I mean, if you're watching this, thanks, man. I don't really know what you want me to do with the items, because what I want to do is I want to sell them for and buy keys, or I could just drop them into my alt account and then just kind of keep it there for, you know, reasons, for many unboxings and stuff like that. But if you want me to just hold on to these and use them as skins, I can also do that too. Yeah, so thank you, guys. Test234345 for donating me about 22 bucks worth of items. You're cool. Now, just before we go talking about all those knives that I had in the previous episode and what I did to sell them and stuff like that, let's just get this knife out of the way. This is the only knife that I bought since the last episode. This was a Deigner Doppler, factory new, phase 1, and this guy sent me an effer is a new word, guys. This guy sent me a new offer for 96 keys, and I was like, yo, man, the knife dipped. Like, I can't be buying this for 96 keys, even though that's what I had advertised on my lounge page. He sent me this offer, and I was like, no way, man, the knife dipped. I can only do 94. You know, like, sorry if I couldn't make a deal. You know, maybe an hour later, I see that the knife is in my inventory. This was at 4 p.m. on September 14th, so this must have been Sunday. And yeah, kind of cool, I guess. Got a nice knife, phase 1. Yesterday, I go look at it, and it actually rose in price, and it was around like $396. So immediately, what I did was I basically made a quick like ad saying that I want 99 keys for it, 5 key profit, you know, pure keys, no problem. And I'm not really sure which one hit the jackpot. It might have been Reddit or it might have been Lounge, but one of those got me a nice deal. Basically, right afterwards, yesterday, I traded with LG Wayne, 1:32 a.m. He sent me an offer for 99 keys, and I immediately accepted it for this Deigner Doppler. So there's that knife gone right there. The next knife to go was, you guys guessed it, it was the M9 Bayonet Fade. Coolio, thank you very much for your keys. Now, this one was a little bit of a predicament. Not really a predicament, but it was kind of like, I was kind of in a situation. Do I want more keys but a trade ban, or do I want instant keys and no trade ban but less keys? So I made a store page on Reddit, basically advertising all these knives that I had in my inventory, which was 5 knives at the time, right after the episode, basically. And because this was the morning after, I'm not really sure what day this was, but it was the morning, I remember. And I made this Reddit page, and I said that I'm quick selling these knives. I want, you know, 5 key profit per each knife. So I set the amount of keys I want, and I said that I want 116 keys for this knife. Again, if you guys remember, I bought this knife for 111 keys, and I thought that I could make some decent profit on it, which honestly I could have. But this is the predicament. When I was on trying to sell it on the market, it was actually at $380. No, $480. Sorry. To me in Canada, that is max market. I can't sell anything over $480. So if you try to put it to like $485, maybe $500, it's gonna say, sorry, you're only able to, you know, place stuff under $480, which is kind of shitty in my opinion, because you see people selling it for 500 Canadian, even like 550 Canadian. It's kind of a little bit annoying, because I know that if I were to go sell it in the US, it would probably have been $500 US, I mean $400 US, because, you know, US conversion and all. But whatever. So I still would have made a really decent profit on it. So I set it to 480. If you multiply that by 0.8696, this is my number that I use to calculate market price without having to go into my inventory and sell items and stuff. Basically, I would have received this number, and if we divide that by 3.29, I would have received 126 keys. So if we minus that 111, that's about a 15.8 key profit. Really fucking sexy profit right there. If I would have made 16 key profit on this knife, it would have been something. But instead, I made 5 key profit. I'm not complaining. I got instant keys with no trade ban. It doesn't matter. This guy sent me an offer, so I quickly accepted it. I mean, I'm not gonna waste my time. But immediately after I sold this knife, I checked the market, and one of the guys I was selling it for 480 something. I mean, I'm so stuck on 300 and something, but it doesn't matter. One of the guys was selling for $483. I think it sold. So I was kind of bummed about that, because I probably would have been able to make it the sale, and I would have had like 16 keys in my inventory for free basically. But yeah, that was the knife. Let's actually move on to some of the next ones. I've been blabbing on about this knife for way too long now, so I'm gonna have to spoil the next 2 knives. Well, I was actually gonna talk about 1 knife, so I guess technically I'm spoiling 1 knife, but there's 2 over here in the market trades. The next 4 knives were actually market sales, so these are 2 of them. And the first one to go was the Ceramic Crimson Web, and it was on the same date that I sold the M9 Bayonet Fade for 370.84, which was obviously after Valve taxes here. So if we divide that by 3.29, you'll see that I made a hefty profit of 112 keys. Well, the profit is actually technically 13 keys, because this is 12.7 and I had some funds in my wallet, so that's kind of cool. Made 13 keys off of this Ceramic Crimson Web, because it did go up in price and I did sell it, and I was actually able to make a decent profit. Now I'm actually going to keep track of the profit here, because, you know, obviously I want to keep doing that, so then you guys can keep track of how much money I made. And so the M9 Bayonet was the 5 keys. The Ceramic Crimson Web was, let's just say, 13 keys. And now the Butterfly Fade, again, I think I bought this. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Let's actually divide the price here. Let's get, you know, see what's up here. We got 3.29, and it looks like I made 100 keys. And yes, I think I did buy this knife for 90 keys. So I made 10 key profit on that, which is really sexy as well. So we're gonna put that 10 right there. And yeah, you probably from the market here, you guys are gonna guess that this knife went next. And let me actually get to this page. This is actually a goddamn pesky knife to get rid of, this Crimson Web. I was going back and forth trying to sell it, but nonetheless I did sell it. Let's talk about it. To those of you keeping up with the market, you'll know something was absolutely fucked that just like not just happened, but like that happened in like the previous week, which was kind of like weird to me, because I was watching it and there's a lot of knives went up, few, like maybe even like up to 5 keys in value. It was absolutely nuts. I was watching this one knife. It was a factory new BFK Slaughter, which was selling for like 380-ish, and on the market it was miraculously somehow set to 430. I couldn't believe my eyes. It was ridiculous, honestly. Even some guy almost scammed me, I gotta admit. He sent me an offer for, I believe it was the Bayonet Fade right here, and he basically said that, yo, like, here you go, my Slaughter looks sexy and stuff like that. Plus he added some other gun, I think it was a Worm God. And I checked the price of the Slaughter, and I was like, yo, this is a good deal, man. I'm getting like 15 keys or something, I mean $15 overpay, not too bad. So then I went and I checked the market, and I saw that, yo, the last price that the Slaughter sold for, the BFK Slaughter, was like $380, and now it's 430. I was like, something is way off here. But yeah, a lot of other knives went super nuts. And the reason why I'm bringing that up is because this butterfly knife crimson web, at one point, if we actually scroll far back enough here, you'll see that I set it to a ridiculously high price. I think this is the highest it went to. Really don't know what caused it to go up to this price, because we actually divide that by 0.8696. You'll see that it was selling at like $378. It doesn't work that way. This butterfly knife crimson web, the highest I've seen it go was like 350, maybe even like 345. I've never seen it go like, you know, 380. It never actually sold for 380, but it was like that on the market. So I kind of, you know, tried to take advantage of it, but it didn't work, obviously. But it did end up selling it for 306 after taxes. And let's actually keep track of our profits here. So if we divide that by 3.29, you'll see that this was 93 keys. And yes, I did buy this knife for, I believe it was 84 keys. I bought this knife for 84 keys, and 93 keys is what I made. I think I sold this knife just enough to get a few like cents to add it to my wallet, so then I can get 94 keys, because at that time I had like $2.75 in my wallet. So then what happened was, this like little like decimal behind 93 here, this was just enough to get me an extra key from this trade. So technically I'm gonna go with 10 key profit on this one. Again, wallet money counts. 10 key profit, that is that. So kind of cool. This was actually, I think, a lucky trade, because if we actually take a look at what I sold it for before taxes, and this was at 352. Again, pretty lucky trade, because these were selling at like 340 and I sold it for 352. Okay guys, I have a problem with time. We're somehow into the double digits already, and I'm getting to my like 6th knife in this goddamn video. I don't know, do you guys like long videos like this, or do you guys like, you know, shorter videos, get to the point, you know, no more like stupid talk and, you know, rambling on about bullshit? But okay, whatever. So the next knife, that was the Bayonet Fade, factory new. If you guys do remember from the last video, this knife literally dropped a shit ton. It was like in the 300 like 80s and 70s, I think, at one point. And I was like, that's it, I'm not making any profit on this knife. I'm kind of fucked. And yeah, I gotta say, I got a little bit lucky on this one. This is the second knife I got lucky on, but this time I got super lucky on. So it kind of rose back in price yesterday, and it was kind of going up, and I see that it's selling, or it's actually not selling, but it's 430. I was like, oh man, I gotta take advantage of this knife. Basically, see this guy right here, the guy with the Tarzan in this picture. He has he sold this knife for he didn't sell it, he put it up for 430.39, and I beat him and I put it to 430.30. There's no way I could sell, right? There hasn't been a single knife that's sold for like that kind of price in a while. So if we actually zoom into the market graph here, as you can clearly see here, September 6th, this is right here. I'm not really sure what time it was, but it will show you here. Bam, 1 a.m. 4:30. I didn't sell for 430.30. I sold for 430. My bad, apology. But yeah, somehow, I don't know who or why or what is even going on, somehow I sold this knife for $430. 1 a.m. It's an 80% fade. It wasn't even any special. Somehow I did. And I do admit I got lucky on this one. Yeah, so we actually take this value here. It's actually pretty crazy. We divide that by 3.29. Now, if you guys do remember, I bought this knife for, I believe it was 108 keys is what I bought this knife for. So let's divide this, and minus 108. Wait, why did I say 108? I meant 98. Damn. So There it is, 15.6 key profit. Really goddamn sweet profit. I love making 15 key profit, because if you guys remember, like a few episodes ago, I was saying that my dream is making 15 key profit per knife, which is really awesome. Who cares if I got a 7-day trade, man? I got 15 key profit. That's all that matters. But yeah, there was a 0.65, but that is because that is why I have those 0.65 is that's why I have 2.15 keys or dollars in my wallet. So that's gonna go towards, you know, my next knife basically. But so far I haven't bought any knives, and I have a grand total of let me actually count up the profit before we get on to the grand total. And that would be 5 plus 13 plus 20 and plus 15. So for some damn reason we're missing keys here, and that is because there's no Doppler in there. So we're gonna have to add another Doppler, which was 5 key profit, if you guys remember. So $58 for the total profit. So $58 in what was the first trade made, if you guys remember? I'm not really sure, but I'm just gonna give it about a week. So yeah, 58 keys within a week. I say, well, okay, I can't really say within a week because some of the knives that I bought were a bit later than that, but I'm gonna say 58 keys within, let's just say, half a month. Are we cool with that, guys? Really good. I say we're progressing really well. We are at a grand total of I checked yesterday and we were at 575 keys. I mean 675 keys. Okay, something is wrong with my number counting today, and just I guess I'm just dyslexic today. I don't even know what's going on. Did I even say that right? Who even cares? I gotta end this video. If you guys are following up with the market right now, just this kind of side note here. M4A1S dropped so much, and I'm kind of sad because I could have bought myself like an Icarus Fell factory new, and basically could have made like 5 key profit, 10 key profit if it went up in price again. But no, probably not 10 key profit, but at least 5 key profit if it stabilized and went up again. But a lot of people panicked and sold their M4A1Ss, and one thing, guys, if you guys are one of those people that quick sold, I'm not really sure why you guys did that. Panicking is never really an option, or not an option, but something that you want to be doing if you're a trader. Panicking never works. If you do see that your knife is dropping, don't just go out and sell it. Wait a bit, it'll stabilize. You know, the bayonet fade dropped in value and it stabilized. I got mad 15 key profit from it. I didn't panic, but yeah, then again they didn't nerf or buff or whatever the fade, so I was kind of fine with that. But oh my goodness, this video is way too long now. Thank you guys for watching. I'm gonna have to end this short. If you guys did enjoy this video, please leave a like and share this video. If you are new here, then subscribe if you haven't done so already. My name is LongBarrel. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.